we're making cauliflower latkes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. You don't sound very excited about it.
I'm not.
Brothers Bistro. Recipes so simple, even a dude can make it.
Hi, I'm Skinny Kenny.
I'm Musclehead Kevin. We're the Klar Brothers. Welcome to Brothers Bistro. Wow, we're here for your health.
Okay, you want to try it again?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Skinny Kenny.
I'm Musclehead Kevin. We're the
Here-
Klar.
And we're the Klar Brothers, here for your health. Is that what we're going to say? Hi, I'm Skinny Kenny.
I'm Musclehead Kevin. We're the Klar Brothers. We're here for your health. This is a new year, new slogan.
That's right. New year, new, I don't
Tagline.
Tagline, something.
Tagline, yeah.
Okay, we are bringing something special. We're coming at you from Colorado, where it's literally in single-digit temperature outside.
Yep.
And we're bringing a warm, slow cooker meal. We don't do a lot of slow cooker meals, right, bro?
Hey, but no, I think this is going to work out good, and we've got a few more of them on the back burner that we might do if it works out good.
Yeah,
so.
we haven't really experimented much with the slow cooker. The challenge is, as we'll describe for you later, is you got to get it started early, so you can't be in a rush. If you're just dorking around the house doing something, that's perfect. So we actually...
I had to drag Ken out of bed just to get started with this thing. It was at noon.
So this is called braised beef brisket with cauliflower latkes. Latkes? I don't know how you say it.
Right.
Latkes.
This is our best one yet.
What? Yeah, in terms of ingredients, for sure.
Man, it's got nothing in it, and you don't even need this.
Right. Well, okay, so let's walk them through it. So here we got about 2 pounds of brisket. We got this right out of the grocery store in the beef section. There was also right next to it, if you're looking, because it can be a little challenging. We had a little trouble finding it. There was corned beef brisket as well, and that's got spices and stuff in it. So
That's kind of a traditional thing, the corned beef brisket. And the brisket was next to it. It was in a big chunk. It was like a 5-pound piece.
Yeah.
And we couldn't find anything smaller, so we just figured we'll cut this half for later, and we'll cook the other half for now.
Yeah, so we got the other half in the slow cooker. It's been cooking for about 5.5 hours, so it's really pretty much done. And now we're going to work on the other piece of this, which is our rice cauliflower, and we're going to make latkes out of them, little patties, little cakes, and we're going to do that by adding some eggs. When we put the slow cooker recipe, the brisket in, we seasoned it with these magic crystals. Shout out to Chef Jeff.
He's a twin.
Yeah, he's a twin. We met at Twinsburg, the annual Twinsburg meeting where we had how many?
I don't know.
5,000 twins,
yeah.
2,500 pairs of twins. It's the largest single gathering of twins annually anywhere.
Yeah.
And we were the hit of the show, right?
We won the costume design. So the pressure is on for this year. We got it 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
But
2 years in a row. We don't have 2 years in a row. We only went once.
that's why this is going to be our second year. We're going to win.
We got to defend the title.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so here's what we got. We had to do this early because 5 hours in this bad boy.
Yeah, I had to wake him up from bed to get him up. It's noon. It's noon here, but it's early for Ken.
So it's pretty cool. We got a slow cooker. We got our beef broth, beef stock. We found out there's a difference between beef broth.
Yeah, one
and
has
beef stock.
it's the juice with the bones from the bone and the meat or whatever. The other one's just the meat.
Herbs, yeah. And the other one's juice from the meat.
Basically, still
Okay,
beef.
and then the recipe calls for seasoning your brisket with salt and pepper, but our buddy, Chef Jeff, creates these magic crystals.
I think he's a twin.
He is a twin.
We met him at Twinsburg. If you guys saw our Twins Day episode, and we're gonna do another one, I hear.
Well, oh yeah, we're locked in, baby.
You know what you are seeing right here? Speed Racer. This is my counterpart, Racer X.
Right. We haven't worked out the uniform. Don't blow it for everybody.
But this is our deal. So if you want to know, otherwise you can use salt and pepper. The proportions will be there, but really to taste. But you can if you want some of this special magic crystals, just hit us up and we will point you in the direction of Chef Jeff.
So one thing we forgot is we forgot to get our gloves on. Shall we glove up?
Okay. Let's glove up. Okay.
We're gloving up because we're going to be handling the meat here. And you don't want your meat to loaf.
Don't touch my meat. Okay.
And we learned a trick with these gloves. If you're using gloves like this, it's always easier to get these bad boys on if your hands are dry. If they're wet, you're toast.
Okay, so now.
You gotta make sure your hands are dry. Let me finish my little spiel about the gloves.
You're always talking though.
Now we gotta go on. Okay, so Kevin's gonna season up the beef brisket. We got this right out of the store. There was two different kinds. There was beef brisket regular like this. It was a big slab, and we only needed like
It was 5 pounds, and we needed 2 pounds at the most. So
yeah. So there's also corned beef brisket, which already has seasonings and flavors and stuff. We were trying to be true to the recipe. So I'm gonna work out this beef stock here. I gotta go get a measuring cup because my brother didn't really get ready to do this. So, you know, rub your meat and show him how
okay,
it's going.
so I'm rubbing the meat with my seasoning. It says rub it in here, and it's kind of just a flavor. Remember, some of this will cook off in this slow cooker because this beef broth is going to be in there, but we don't want it super salty, right? And you can always add more salt. So this is not a salty rub. It's good. We're going to turn it over. We're going to get the other side before she goes in.
Why are you going so slow, bro?
Well, it was pouring out slow, and I didn't want to make a big mess.
Okay.
So we set that over there. Put the lid on, and then we're gonna put our beef in. We just said, you want to fly over and see that?
It's a little bit of a Tetris thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Make room for it all. You want it all on the bottom if you can get it on the bottom. I think that the downside of this whole recipe is that it takes so long. You got to get started early. But it's a no-brainer. You put it in there with a little beef stock and
Yeah, we've learned this with other things that slow cook, like ribs or something like that. It's not hard, but you have to think way ahead.
we are starting with frozen rice cauliflower. So we're going to show you what we learned.
We thawed it out.
And we're going to put it on this parchment paper eventually. We're going to strain it a little bit. It's been thawing out for 3 hours probably.
Well, because we were going to do the beef, so we're going to put it in here. We're just going to let the water, any water, run out. We could run some water over it.
I don't think that would hurt.
Okay. We're going to run a little water over it just to kind of get it rinsed, because it's going to go into the oven for a period of time, and then we're actually going to, when it's starting to cook a little bit, they want us to pull it out and squeeze it out.
Right. Let's spread it out. We got our gloves on, so we don't have to be afraid of reaching in there. And we got our parchment paper. This is size, pre-cut to size, which is nice. We don't have to worry about cutting this parchment paper. And we're just going to spread out the rice cauliflower on here. Try and make a little bit of an even, thin kind of layer. And we're going to put this in the oven. The oven's been preheating
425
for 5 to 10 minutes or golden brown.
into the oven.
We have brought out the cauliflower out of the oven. You can see it's steaming a little bit still, so we wanted to wait just a little bit. So my brother's really good at yakking, so I thought he'd talk to you a little bit about how we're going to prep
Well,
this.
we're gonna put a little bit of salt, 1 tablespoon of salt, and it's in the recipe. We're gonna sprinkle it over here, and then we're supposed to have. We were just chatting about this. We were supposed to have 3 cups.
6 cups, because we're
6
doubling
cups.
the recipe.
And we don't think we're gonna have 6 cups, but we're gonna squeeze it out first, because that's kind of the first thing. So
Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Twist that baby. Come on, put some muscle
look
into
at that. It is.
Put some muscle into it.
It's got some liquid in there.
Yeah. How many cups do you think we have? Should we measure it?
Yeah, maybe we should measure it. Just so we have an idea. Because we remember, we might have to use less eggs. That's a cup.
We're going to be lucky to have 3 cups.
Yeah. So we're going to have to go back down to the 1 eggy.
So the lesson learned here is that the
cooks way
rice
down.
cauliflower in the frozen section really cooks down.
Well, it's got a lot of water in
We
it.
bought a 2-pound bag and we thought surely that'll be enough, but it's not.
So now we know it's about 3 cups in that 2-pound bag. That's something good that we learned. So he's going to crack his egg in there. I put the salt in there, and then he's going to get his little dirty little hands in there, and he's going to mix that thing up while I throw away his eggy.
Right, and we're gonna mix in the egg, and then we're gonna make little patties. So we need that cookie sheet back with a parchment sheet on it, so we can make some little cakes.
Et voila! My brother likes to say.
Voila. Okay. You ready?
Ready, buddy.
Okay. Maybe we should.
They got to be balls, or what are they supposed to
I
be?
think they're supposed to be cut flat.
Okay, we might get 6. You think?
Yeah. Maybe we could pinch a little off each one.
So now the oven is at,
We reduced the oven to 400.
and we're gonna let these go in there,
They
right?
go in there for 10 minutes.
Back in the oven. There he goes. Woo! We brought our brisket over. We wanted to show a couple of things to you. Now, sometimes these crock pots will have a probe option. This one does. And so we stuck this into the meat, and so we knew when it was done at 165.
Do you think we need, what, 6 ounces per serving?
No, 5 ounces.
5 ounces, you think?
Yeah, brisket.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna slice it.
Look at that. That Cutco knife is cutting pretty good.
Cutco, are you listening?
Yeah, if you Cutco needs a endorsee, we're ready. We're available. If you want to get some Cutco, let us know. We can hook you up with our famous Cutco rep, Chris.
Yeah. He'll probably watch this and comment because that's the way he works.
That's the way he rolls.
I got the Latkes, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Just pulled them out.
Wow, those look good. It was our second or third attempt, right?
We had a little trouble because they were kind of crumbly and falling apart. So in this case, we looked for a little bit and we added one more egg, and we just did the same thing and then repeated it, and they came out like a little cake, which is I think what they're supposed to.
2 per.
Which is what it's supposed to come out like, but we just didn't know initially. So that's the plan, and we're sticking to it.
Nice. So looking good. We got a little extra here. We knew we were going to have a little extra, but that's looking good. I'm going in.
Okay, so what we learned from this is we should have used the probe a little sooner.
Yeah, the probe would have been a good thing, but it's just because.
So and we used a little bit of the sauce. It was either the bouillon or the wasn't bouillon,
beef broth,
beef stock, for a little bit of the after, so keep it moist. So it's tasty. I'm gonna try the Latke.
Yeah,
I haven't ever tried a Latke. I don't really know.
It doesn't have a lot of taste. The Latke. It's
No.
good.
But this is a good one. Pretty easy.
It was easy and 3 ingredients.
If you had the probe, our takeaway was if you had the probe and put it in there, you set it for a temperature of 165, it'll go to a warm feature as opposed to just the hot. We kind of went with what they said, 5 hours, blah, blah, blah. Well, the probe was when
we checked the temperature, it was 185.
It was too hot,
Yeah.
so it would have been better with the probe.
All right, Brothers Bistro.
Here for your health.
Yeah, baby.